It's After Hours with Ty and Millions. In for Mariah.
Your weekly download of their extracurricular activities. Enjoy.
This time on After Hours. Any reason to talk about 9/11, I'm going to bring it up, honestly.
Oh, Sam, it's great to have vitamins, isn't it?
I forgot that John Wayne was an actor, not a cowboy for a second. Did I do it right?
Yeah, you're good.
Yes. All right, welcome to After Hours with Ty and Millions. Ty is at home, I think. He just had surgery. So I've got myself here, my friend Sam, and a very special guest. I've never done anything on air with my father before, but hi, Roger Millions.
Hey.
Thank you for coming.
Great to be here. Thanks for asking me, Kat.
Oh, of course. Very happy that you're here.
Or do I call you Millions? What do I call you?
I don't know. Is that weird if you call me Millions?
A little. But that's okay. Whatever. I'll just call you.
Perfect. Well, today we're drinking Corona Cero because I'm sick of being hungover, to be honest. And these are good for you.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised how good they are.
Aren't they good?
Very good.
I know. I'm a
Very
huge
good.
fan.
Big source of vitamin D, which I am lacking from my skin tone. So
Yeah.
Oh, Sam, it's great to have vitamins, isn't it?
yeah, it is.
Sam's actually allergic to the sun.
Yeah. So I look like this year round. It's not just
that's not a
coming out
joke.
of
He
winter.
is allergic to the sun.
Yeah.
But you can't get much better than that. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ty, just to quickly recap how he's doing. So he went for his throat surgery, got a tonsillectomy at 32 years old. And the one thing that can go wrong that can kill you in a tonsillectomy happened to him.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't cauterize his wound fully, or something popped, and he bled so much. He said it was like a water fountain of blood coming out of his
I
mouth.
heard that.
So he was home for 1 hour total before he had to be rushed back into the hospital with an ambulance. But he says the hydromorphine is fantastic, in case you were wondering. No Percocet.
Just morphine.
But you got to make do with what you can get, you know?
Absolutely. Welcome to the podcast, Dad. Thank you for being here today.
This is my first podcast.
I was
you know?
wondering if it was your first podcast.
My first podcast.
Have you ever been asked?
No, but being retired from the business for 8 years, you just kind of fade away. You fade, which is good because your time is over. You move on to the next thing.
Do you miss it?
Do I miss it? Sometimes. Sometimes I do. There's other times I don't miss it so much because it was kind of getting weird at the end. But I missed the 1980s and the early 1990s.
I really wish I could have done any media at that point.
But since you were born in 94, it's kind of tough. But-
Well, they just didn't think I had the right voice at the time.
Yeah, well, you have to go through all that. I was told you're overweight, you'll never make it, quit. I interned at 2 Calgary television stations, and both sports directors at the Calgary television stations in 1977 said, well, forget it. You're never going to make it. You're not going to last 4 days. Well, 40 years later, I kind of fooled them, but that happens.
So where did you start? Because you started on radio, correct?
Well, the first thing I ever did was at a all-news station called CKO, and that was 1979.
There's only 3 call letters?
Yep, CKO, 1979. I remember the boss. What a butthead. But
You can swear on this if you want.
I know, but there's no point. And then I went to High River. I was in High River for 6 months. I loved it there. It was a great place. I still have great fond memories of High River and the people there. At that time, it was maybe 9,000 people, and it was just a little western community, but they were fantastic. And from there, Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, Saskatoon, Regina, British Columbia, and Terrace, where your brother was born, and then back to Saskatoon, Edmonton. I'm so sorry about that. And then coming to Calgary to save my life.
When did you come to Calgary? What year was that?
Well, we got the job in late 2001. And then 2002. Yeah, and then 2002. But it was a good time. It was a good time. And it was a long, sordid story that I won't bore anybody with, but it was lucky it worked out to be Calgary.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, I remember 04 because I remember moving. It was like right after 9/11. I remember because we went to this art school in Edmonton, and my mom was driving us to school, and that was the first time I ever heard my mother swear. Or I don't remember what you said. Mom said, like, shut up when we heard 9/11 happening on the radio. And then, like, right after, I remember moving, which any reason to talk about 9/11, I'm going to bring it up, honestly. I don't know why.
Crazy day.
Absolutely. So what did you start doing when you started with the Flames, Dad?
Well, the first thing I did was I was the reporter and the host.
Right.
And that happened in 2002 because it was a big changeover at that time. And then the guy that was doing the play-by-play left. Well, was either forced out or left. No one ever knows in our business. It can be one or both or
Cheers to that shit.
Or neither or other. But he left, and I wound up doing both of them, both jobs, play-by-play and hosting, and we did that for several years. It was a painful experience until about 2006, 2007, then back to hosting, and then I did that till 2009, and from 2009 on, the rest of the years were hosting, so it was fun.
What was your favorite job?
Oh gosh, that's a tough one. Well, I think it depends what your goals were. My goal was always to work in the NHL, and I would say that was my favorite job, was being involved, whether it would be hosting, play-by-play, or whatever in the NHL. But I was lucky. I saw the Olympic Games. I saw the PGA Golf Championship. I did professional golf. I was involved with some
I forgot about all of that.
NFL stuff. I was down in New England when the Patriots were winning Super Bowls.
Did you meet Tom Brady?
No, that was before him. That's how old I am. But anyway, so there was lots of fun stuff. That was the fun stuff. The people involved, they were great. Some of my coworkers are just tremendous people.
Yeah. I'm sorry for your loss. I know you lost a coworker today.
Yeah. John Garrett passed away. He was 74. The first ever game I did in the NHL was in Winnipeg at the old Winnipeg Arena with the old Winnipeg Jets.
Wow.
And he was my color man. And he babied me that whole time because he knew I was scared shitless. I make no bones about it. I was dying. I was so frightened at the time, but he was such a kind, happy, wonderful person.
It's my Shauna.
I'll miss him.
Oh, I'm really sorry. That's awful. Yeah. 74 is not a bad run.
Yeah.
Not bad.
For
The world needed him longer, though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Absolutely. With the hosting stuff and then like doing play-by-play, was it pretty jarring for you to like switch back and
Terrible.
forth between them?
Terrible.
Because, they're so like completely different. Right?
Nightmare.
Yeah.
It was not. You never had rest. It was 3.5 hours of total hell because you were always on guard. You were either taping something or you were live. You had commercial breaks, but you make mistakes because, as you know, you're on the air. No matter how great you might be, you're going to screw up sometime, and maybe more than sometime. And I had a buddy later in years. His name was Dennis Bayak. He did the Winnipeg Jets games for years and years, and he did everything for a number of years, way more than I did. I knew I was basically 2.5 years. Hated it, but it's just part of it. You got to do what you got to do, right?
Absolutely.
What was the worst coworker you ever had? You don't have to say any names or anything, but everybody in broadcasting has a coworker and a story behind why they hate them.
Well, I'm not going to do any names, but
but
there's some people that are irresponsible. There's some people that don't do any work. There's some people that were just utterly selfish and did not help the team at all. And it's a team environment, and you know what it's like. You're working with Ty, and you've worked with others in the past, and you work with Sam now too. If the team doesn't work together, you never have the proper or the right outcomes. Well, it's the people that destroy the team that are the problem. And there's a lot of team destroyers out there.
Oh, well, we just had a conversation today about communication.
Yeah.
How important communication is, and if you don't have it, no one can help each other.
Just find out. Just ask questions and relate to each other. Be as upfront with it as you can be, because there's only certain things you can say. But those are the people that cause the problems. The other people are fantastic. Everybody gives of themselves. It's a good business that way. I would probably say 85% of the people are fantastic people to work with, and we're lucky to enjoy their perspective and how they bring into the business. So.
Yeah, of course. And how do you find hockey as a broadcast now?
I turn the sound down. More often than not, I turn the sound down. And I have some biases that I'll try not to be too wild about, but the Flames were very good to me as an organization. They were very caring and sharing. Both my parents passed away during my time here, and they were fantastic as far as support goes. So I'm very, very, it's not like you're a fan. It's more that you just believe in the people that are there.
Yeah.
Now, conversely, I worked at another market in Alberta that was just the opposite.
I wonder who that is.
And it was just the opposite. And I know, like, even today, the players are just kids, right? They're kids with too much money.
Yeah.
They're just, and the equipment managers and the support staff are fantastic. It's the people who run it at the top that make the difference. And I can tell you that the people here have always made the difference. And that's not the case everywhere.
So it's so funny because if you know anything about my dad, it's that he hates the Oilers.
Wow. Better have another one of these.
But when you talk about it like that, it sounds like if I used to work at the Keg and I hate the Keg, it's not because I hate the Keg. It's because I hated my experience at the Keg and how I was treated at the Keg. Sorry, I'm saying that because I love the Keg. The Keg is my favorite. We've said this on the air before. But it's more of like how your experience there, not necessarily that the stakes were bad.
Well, exactly. And it's not every person.
No, of course not.
It's just one or two or three. Mm-hmm. And they can spoil the whole bunch. What's that? One bad apple spoils the whole bunch.
Totally.
Girl? Yeah, well, I'm not Michael Jackson. But anyway, or whoever sang that. But anyway, that happens. However, for the most part, we have a wonderful industry, and I'm proud of you to be involved with it in any way you can, because sometimes it's not always easy. There are times you pull your hair out. There's times you want to bang your head against a cement post until you're black and blue. But it's still a cool thing.
Yeah. Well, thanks. I'm really happy to follow in your footsteps, as
Well,
everyone always says.
I hope you can walk around those footsteps, and I think you have.
All right, Sam, flip those cameras.
After Hours with Ty and Millions.
Welcome back. Sports. Flames. Are they bad?
They're rebuilding. But, it's tough because here everyone had expectations, and it's tough to keep up with those expectations. And sooner or later, it's a cyclical thing where things go wrong and you have to start to fix it. Mm-hmm. It's how you choose to fix it. Do you fix it immediately and once and for all, or do you try to, put a little piece here, put a little piece there, keep everybody happy? And in my experience, you can never make everybody happy all the time. You try to do the right thing, whatever the decision is, and there may be a little pain along the way, but you live with it, right?
Yeah.
They're not bad.
It's truly like a 50-50 split in that fan base, too, which is really funny, where it's like half of them want to, tear it down to the studs, Buffalo Sabres style, and half of them want to, do, a slow kind of rebuild kind of deal. I think it all depends on what the draft lottery ends up being in, a week.
Most fans don't know anything, Sam. Yeah. So, I mean, they don't really have a sniff, but they cheer. And that's what keeps teams going, is the cheering people.
Yeah.
They don't know why things are happening. They just want things to happen. Yeah. But that keeps them buying tickets, right? Yeah, keeps them watching on the tube, keeps them listening on the radio, all that stuff is because that's what drives them. Yeah. Whether they know anything or not, it's irrelevant. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. What do you think about people that have two favorite teams?
It's horse. Bleep.
I was wondering.
To me, you're waffling. You're not really making a decision. I mean, you can be like that. I mean, maybe when your team is out, you can say, "Oh, I want this team to win."
Because you've always done that.
I'm cool with that. Mm-hmm. I can get that. I've been there. But I just think that you can't have a consistent, always two favorite teams. Be somebody. Step up and be somebody. Don't be a horse's ass. Do something that makes sense.
Roger, you're going to hate me.
Oh, it's you.
Yeah. I love the Flames because I've lived here all my life.
Yeah.
But also, I was 7 years old when Sid the Kid came into the league.
Oh,
so
wow.
Follow the Penguins, which is nice because they're in other conferences.
Don't get me going on Sid. I have not been a fanboy of any particular athlete in my whole career.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, I've never met and had the pleasure of talking to a finer person than Sidney Crosby.
Absolutely.
It's so funny how everybody says that about him.
He is.
Everybody.
I met him and his dad up at COP. He was here as a 16-year-old at a special summer camp. And I had to interview him, and what a great kid. And then his dad stopped by, and I talked to him. I said, how did this guy at 16 be like that? And he said, well, he took some classes and that. And he's just, every time we'd go to Pittsburgh, you'd have to ask for him. You're a Canadian team, you got to ask him. You felt terrible because the poor guy, I mean, he's tired as hell. He doesn't need to have that. Every time he's there, shakes hand, how are you doing? How's things in Calgary? Blah, 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 blah. And you just kind of go, how can you be like this? He's the example. He's the best Canadian athlete I have ever met. He's the example of being a good person and being a great athlete and being a role model. There's nobody now or ever in hockey that has been a role model like him.
Oh my God, I love that.
Everybody's so immature compared to that guy. That guy is just, to me, I would love to see him go out on a high because he's the best I ever talked to.
Really?
I have so much respect for him.
So you would say, as a beloved Canadian athlete, like that's the best choice.
Yeah, for as far as in Canadian is concerned. But I will tell you, the other guy that really threw me for a loop was Peyton Manning.
Oh yeah.
When he played quarterback, I was in Denver before his first ever game, and he conducted press conferences like he was in charge.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't the rest of us peons, idiots that had asked questions. He kind of told you, this is the way it's going to be, so get used to it. And I was really impressed with his demeanor and his stature. He was a really cool guy. Nice to meet him. Yeah.
My only experience with Peyton Manning is watching him on a roast, and he took it like a champion.
Oh yeah.
He seems like a really cool guy.
He's so smart. He's so smart. And there's
He's got a lot of head for that brain.
There's some wonderful people, man. Well, he's got a lot of head. But, but he's some wonderful people out there. Davis Love III in professional golf. Best golfer I ever met. Great guy. No ego. No entourage, no nothing. Just nice guy.
That's really nice. Who's the worst? Just kidding.
Well, he's having a few problems these days. Can't drive.
I knew it! Sorry, Logan. I knew it! Okay, last question about hockey, and then we're going to play our game, and then we'll be done.
Game.
It's a fun game. You'll like it. If hockey ceased to exist in Canada, what sport do you think would be the best one, the second best? What one should we focus on as a community, as a country? We only have hockey half the year. I want to focus more on sports. Is it baseball?
Yeah, because they put the money into it. If the CFL would put the money into the CFL, if Calgary could get a new stadium, which would be nice. I really like the idea of being at the Stampede grounds and refurbish the old track where the rodeo and chuck wagons are and build it up into a 25,000 to 30,000 seat stadium, use it for the Stampede and use it for the CFL too. I love that because I think that's a great idea. I heard that a while back. I think that they should jump on that if they can do that. So it's hard to say. Baseball now, because the Blue Jays are so hot, and I think it's a great summer pastime, where the CFL, that's what I started with, was the CFL. So I have a warm spot with it, but we need to kind of amp up the game, give Dave Dickinson a chance to succeed here. And he can't with this current situation.
We're never going to be fucking soccer country, are we?
Well, it's okay. Did you know I did the Gold Cup one time?
I didn't.
Yes. Team Canada was run by a guy named Holger Olsiak. And it was in Edmonton in, I think it was 98 or something like that. So I was able to do the Gold Cup for 2 weeks. They played Mexico. They played Nicaragua. They played Panama. I forget all the teams that they played, but that was pretty cool. Wonderful game. Best game for young people to get involved with, but it's for parents, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Oh,
and orange slices. Do you remember cutting the orange slices?
Exactly. It's in the summer, usually.
It's fun.
Although they played in the snow once this last couple of years, Team Canada.
Craziest. Did you know that Ty does the in-game announcement for the Cavalry in Calgary?
I did not.
Yeah, he's quite good. He can't right now because throat stuff, but he'll
Well,
probably be back.
Hopefully that heals and he quits bleeding. And
Okay, welcome to Ty and Millions Game of the Week.
Ty and Millions Game of the Week.
This is a very easy game. You can put as much thought behind it or as little as you'd like. It's called Celebrity Fight Club. I have 3 matches, 3 pairings, and you guys get to discuss who you think's going to win in between the two. We're starting with Wayne Gretzky or John Wayne. Oh, and this is physical fighting.
Wayne Gretzky.
Really?
What, was John Wayne short?
John Wayne was not he was not in shape very much. He was an actor.
Yeah, right.
As much as I really like the guy, I mean, these guys, Hollywood guys, are a bunch of fakes.
Yeah, right.
They're just a bunch of fakes. They have no set reality in life. And I saw Wayne from a player to a coach and there's a lot more there than meets the eye.
I forgot that John Wayne was an actor, not a cowboy for a second.
I know.
So, yeah, that's fair. Okay, next. Bette Midler
His real name was Lucian, I think.
Lucian?
Yeah, something weird like
John's
that.
a lot better.
Bette Midler or Sammy Hagar? Sammy Hagar, the singer of Van Halen.
Fighting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bette Midler's got some.
Yeah, she's got the big mouth. I'll say that. I wouldn't know. I'm going to go with Sammy just because Not a fan of Bet.
What? Wind beneath my wings. Okay, and finally, Kevin Costner or Kevin Bieksa.
Wow, the fight would be easy, Bieksa, because he's a street fighter from Hamilton. So
Is he really?
yeah, sure, he's tough as nails. You know, he's a little bit of, you know, they both have monstrous egos. But I do think Kevin Bieksa is very good at what he does, and so is Kevin Costner. But if it's a street fight, I'll go with Bieksa.
Bieksa's scary.
I love Bieksa.
Bieksa back in the day with the Canucks.
Oh yeah, I
man.
forgot he played too.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But I did
Like,
laugh at him the other night when he started criticizing Ridley Gregg out of Ottawa for the sucker punch.
Yeah.
And he's talking about, oh, you know, that's just terrible. Shut up, buddy. You're doing the same thing. I saw you hit guys from behind in the back of the head all the time. But I think he does a fantastic job on Hockey Night in Canada. He's my favorite announcer on Hockey Night in Canada by far.
Oh, me too.
He keeps it so real. He's great.
Because he gets it. He played it.
And
Yeah.
he's glib, and he can do it. He's not a fake. He played. The rest of them don't know whatever. He played out. He wasn't a goaltender where he sat in the goal between two pipes. He was a guy that actually took part in things every day. So,
Yeah.
you know, but they all have perspectives, and perspectives are good.
Yeah.
You take what you like, you toss out what you don't.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, and you got to have like some creative conversation. If everyone always agreed on those panels, it would be very boring for 18 minutes.
That's right, and they know it. Some of it's acting. You can tell that I can tell you who the actors are on that panel, but I can tell you who the guys that are real are as well.
Yeah.
But you need a little bit of both, and then you have to have the maestro, which is McLean, and you know he's had a wonderful career, and he's got a photographic memory like I've never seen.
Oh, really?
Oh, stupid! Like that guy should not be like that. He's not human. Like he can remember everything right down to the last bit. However, he's a bit of a chameleon. And he kind of goes wherever the wind is blowing, which is it's helped him in his career. I'm not so sure it's a great thing for people. You have to be able to, you know, stand your ground on things as well. And
Sounds
sometimes
like a
it
guy
won't.
with two favorite hockey teams.
Who's that?
No, that's what I'm saying. It sounds like.
Ron has probably 32 favorite hockey teams.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Depends on who he's talking to.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast today,
It's
Dad.
been fun.
I'm glad you liked it.
Never done it before. It's pretty good.
Well, we'd love to have you
I
again.
like Sam's jersey, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Being a big Blue Jay fan myself.
Well, Sam has a lot of jerseys. How many jerseys do you have, Sam?
Blue Jays? Like,
No, just in general.
Not as many as I used to, but I think like 12.
That's
and I
a
think
lot of jerseys.
8 of them are Blue Jays jerseys.
Sam, are you married?
No, I have a girlfriend though.
Well, once you get married, those jerseys are going to be gone. 98% of them anyway. You might keep 2.
Yeah.
Good luck. Sam's a hoarder. Well,
I'll hide them.
what did you
I'll
think of
hide
the
them.
Corona Zeros?
Full marks.
Yeah, good, right?
Great source of vitamin D. I'm a
Great
big
stuff.
fan.
You can only have 2 or else you overdose.
Impressed.
Well, thank you for the podcast, and bye.
Ciao.
You've been listening to After Hours with Ty and Millions. Don't forget to subscribe to this podcast and have new episodes downloaded to whatever device you use.